If you're someone making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, feeling financially secure, mentally peaceful, and totally content with your job, then, honestly, this video might not be for you. You can close the tab. But if you're not in that comfortable spot just yet, then stay with me, because the next 15 to 20 minutes might turn out to be the most eye-opening minutes of your life. Let's fast forward to the year 2050. The job market has become more brutal than ever. Unemployment has gone up sharply. AI has taken over countless tasks, automating things you once thought only humans could do. And you're sitting there, stressed out, thinking, what if I get laid off? Who's going to pay the mortgage? How will I handle the bills? If you already have a job, or you're about to step into the workforce in a year or two, AI just made your life twice as tricky. You now have two major responsibilities. First, make sure your career stays relevant. And second, start building extra income sources that don't depend on just one paycheck. Sounds scary? Don't worry. That's exactly what this video is here to help you with. Not with empty motivation or flashy quotes, but with a full-on action plan. Something that's not only doable, but also practical in the real world. So here's how we'll break it down. This video is divided into 3 clear sections. In part 1, we'll dive deep into how AI is reshaping the job market, and how you can still protect your career if you play it smart. In part 2, we'll go step by step through the process of building multiple income streams alongside your main job. Plus, I'll walk you through 5 powerful mindset shifts you absolutely need. And finally, in part 3, we'll put it all together into one clear, no-nonsense strategy you can start today. And the best part? You'll be learning all this in simple English, so along with your career, your English will level up too. So make sure to watch this video till the end, because what you learn today could literally change your future. If you're ready to take charge of your future instead of waiting for someone else to save it, then let's get started. Now let's talk about something that can flip your entire perspective: power dynamics. This single idea, once you understand it, can literally shift how you operate in life. Imagine this: it's 11 p.m. You're tired, and you order your favorite burger from a food delivery app. Everything looks perfect. Delivery in 30 minutes. Great. You wait. 45 minutes pass, still says, preparing. And then, boom. A message pops up. Your order has been canceled. Now what do? You could reorder, but prices have gone up thanks to the late night surge. You could request a refund, but that's going to take 2 or 3 business days. And meanwhile, you're still sitting there, stomach growling. You complain to the chatbot, maybe leave a bad review, but let's be honest, you're still hungry. That, my friend, is power dynamics in action. The app knows that at 11 p.m., you don't have many other choices. So it holds the upper hand. It controls the game. Power dynamics. At its core, it's about one thing: who holds the control? And in any situation, the person who needs something more ends up with less power. That's how this game works. Now here's why this matters to you. The moment you allow a company to control your financial life, when your income depends completely on a job, you instantly become the weaker side in this power equation. That same company, which once welcomed you with open arms, won't hesitate to let you go. And honestly, why would they? They've got thousands of resumes flooding every month. Thousands of qualified people waiting in line. They don't have to think emotionally. Business is business. It doesn't matter how close you are to your manager, how many late nights you pulled off, or how loyal you've been. As long as you're an asset, they'll keep you. The moment they see you as a burden, you'll get that cold HR email. And we're not here to cry about it being unfair, because let's face it, companies are doing what they're built to do: protect profits and survive. Let's say you're lucky, you don't get fired. Even then, the story isn't all roses and rainbows. You might still have to deal with toxic coworkers, corporate politics, unreasonable deadlines, and those awkward late-night Slack messages from your boss. You'll smile in Zoom meetings while quietly breaking inside, and then show up the next morning like nothing happened. Meanwhile, your mental health? Your personal life? Probably getting shredded. And for what? Just for that one performance review where they might give you a 3% raise, if you're lucky. And to get that, you'll do things that chip away at your self-respect, just to stay in the game. Now ask yourself honestly, why are you putting up with all this? Because you need that job more than it needs you. Because you're dependent on that one paycheck. Because losing it would flip your entire life upside down. At this point, you might say, hey, man, not every company is like this. And you're right, I totally agree. Life isn't black and white, and not all jobs are bad. But let me ask you one serious question. Would you rather hand over the steering wheel of your life to a company? Or would you prefer to drive your own car, with options, with control, and with the power to say no when something doesn't serve you? So the question is, what should you do now? The answer isn't complicated. Keep doing your job, but don't build your life around just one paycheck. Start working toward becoming the kind of person who always has options. Someone who doesn't panic when layoffs happen. Someone AI can't easily replace. Sounds good, right? But how do you actually do that? You'll need to focus on two simple but powerful things. 1. Prepare yourself for the future job market. 2. Build multiple income streams that don't depend on your 9 to 5. Even if you succeed in just one of these two things, your life will become far more stable and independent. But if you manage to do both, you'll always be the one in control. So now let's get into the real stuff. The complete game plan to make that happen. A lot of people have this one-liner solution in their head. Bro, I'll just upgrade my skills and I'll be set. But here's the truth nobody tells you. It's not just about your skills. It's about whether the market still values those skills. Because if the market decides your skill set are outdated, you could be the best in the world, and still, it won't matter. You'll be stuck. According to a report by the World Economic Forum, by 2025, nearly 85 million jobs will disappear. And the biggest reason? You guessed it, AI and automation. Today, AI is already writing code, generating business reports, writing YouTube scripts, yes, like this one. And even creating your digital twin. What will it be doing in the next 5 to 10 years? We can't even fully imagine. So if all this sounds scary, you're not overreacting. It is serious. But don't panic, because there's a flip side. That same report also says that 97 million new jobs will be created. Yes, more jobs than the ones being lost. So the real question isn't, will there be jobs? The real question is, which jobs are disappearing? Which ones are coming up? And most importantly, which side will you be on? Will your job survive the AI wave, or will it vanish while you're still trying to catch up? It's super important to figure this out now, not later. So to help you with that, let's break things down. We're going to divide every job into 4 categories, and you'll quickly be able to see where you stand, and what you need to change. Alright, now let's visualize this in a simple way. Imagine we draw an x-axis. This line represents your skill level, not your college degree, but your actual ability to do things in the real world. The higher your skill level, the better your chances of staying relevant. But hold on, skills alone aren't enough. Now comes another factor that plays a huge role in your survival: replaceability. That's your y-axis. It shows how easily your job can be replaced by technology or AI. Some jobs are extremely easy to automate, while others are harder to replace. Now we've got both axes, skill level 10 axis and replaceability y-axis. And when we put them together, we get 4 quadrants. And the quadrant your job falls into? That tells you everything about how secure, or risky, your future is. Quadrant 1. Low skill, low replaceability. These are jobs that don't require advanced skills but still offer daily, consistent work. Think of roles like construction workers, janitors, housekeepers, warehouse helpers, or delivery drivers. In countries like India, many of these jobs haven't yet been touched by AI, but that's changing. In countries like the US, UK, and parts of Europe, cleaning robots, smart security systems, and even autonomous delivery vehicles are already being tested and used. Sooner or later, that same tech will spread across the world, including countries that haven't seen automation yet. So while these jobs are still safe for now, they're slowly becoming vulnerable as automation gets cheaper and smarter. Quadrant 2. Low skill, high replaceability. Now this is where things get dangerous. These are jobs that don't need deep skills and are easily replaceable by AI. If your job involves things like data entry, cashier work, front desk operations, or any kind of repetitive admin task, you're already in the danger zone. Let's be honest. If your work is just about following a process or copying-pasting information, AI can probably do it faster, cheaper, and without needing a coffee break. We're already seeing this worldwide. Chatbots replacing customer service agents, AI doing basic HR screening, and automated systems replacing billing counters. If your job falls in this quadrant, you seriously need to upskill or shift paths. Quadrant 3. High skill, high replaceability. This one might surprise you. These are jobs that require a lot of skill and expertise. You've studied hard, trained for years, and maybe even have solid work experience. But wait, there's a darker twist to this story. Even if you're skilled, even if you've worked for top companies like Meta or Google, there's still no guarantee. Because when AI becomes smart enough to handle your tasks more efficiently, even the best employees can find themselves replaced. Yes, improving your skills does open more doors. But here's the real question: how long will the skills you're learning today stay useful in the future? We'll tackle that in detail in the next part of this video. Now let's talk about the final quadrant, Quadrant 4, high skill, low replaceability. This is where the magic happens. These are the jobs that will be in huge demand in the future. They require deep expertise, and they're not easy for AI or machines to replace. And here's the cool part. People in these roles don't fear AI. They use AI to do their work faster, better, and smarter. Let me give you a quick example. A regular software engineer who only writes basic code might fall into Quadrant 3, high skill, but still replaceable. But someone who leads complex projects, understands how to integrate AI tools into systems, and solves large-scale problems, that person sits firmly in Quadrant 4. So what does this mean for you? It means you don't have to fight AI. You need to team up with it. AI isn't out there to steal your job. What it's really doing is taking away the repetitive tasks, the boring stuff. And that's actually a good thing. If you learn how to work with AI, not only will you keep your job, you'll become more powerful in your role. You'll stand out from the crowd. Here's the deal. Start identifying the AI tools, software, and systems being used in your industry today. Learn how to use them. Not just the basics, but master them. Even today, there's a massive difference between a beginner and an expert AI user. In the coming years, employers won't ask, "Can you do this job?" They'll ask, "Can you do this job better and faster with AI?" If your answer is yes, you'll always be in demand. Now that you have some clarity about how to prepare for the future job market, let's shift gears and talk about the second big piece of the puzzle: how to build multiple income sources. To do that effectively, there are two key areas you need to focus on. 1. 5 essential mindset shifts. 2. And real-world passion projects you can actually start, yes, even with a full-time job. But before diving into any side hustle, let's get one thing clear: your basic survival needs must be taken care of first. Your food, rent, bills, whatever it takes to live a stress-free life each month. Because here's the truth: if you're constantly worried about where your next meal is coming from, you won't have the headspace or the energy to try something new. You'll be stuck in survival mode. Now, I'm not saying you should do things one at a time. You can work on your job and side hustle together. But here's where most people mess up. They get so obsessed with their side hustle that they start neglecting their main job. That's a mistake. Your main job is your launchpad. It's your foundation. It's the steady base that allows you to experiment with new ideas without risking everything. And if that base is shaky, no matter how exciting your side hustle is, it won't last. So make sure your livelihood is stable first. If you're currently preparing for a government job or public sector exam, go all in. Give it your best shot. Because if you crack it, it removes a huge amount of stress about job security. But here's a gentle reminder: don't spend 5 or 6 years stuck in a loop, waiting for one perfect result, only to look back later and regret wasting your most energetic years. Time is your biggest asset. Use it wisely. Now, let's talk about something you often hear online: quit your job and build your dream business. Be your own boss. It sounds exciting, right? But if you blindly follow that advice without a plan, without stability, you could end up making one of the biggest mistakes of your life. If you already have a job right now, you're already in a strong position. That monthly paycheck? It's not just money, it's freedom. It's a safety net that lets you explore, test, and fail without risking everything. So don't ignore your job. Use it smartly, as a tool to build something even bigger on the side. Now, let's get real. Leaving your job for a completely unknown path, something you haven't even tested yet? That's not bold. That's just risky. Smart people don't jump. They build a bridge first. They don't walk into uncertainty hoping things will work out. Instead, they start creating a second income stream while still holding on to their main job. And when that side income begins to match, or even beat, their salary, that's when they switch. You'll find this pattern with most successful content creators, freelancers, or online entrepreneurs. They don't go full-time on day one. They build slowly, consistently, until their second source of income becomes reliable and sustainable. That's exactly the mindset you need too. But here's a trap that many fall into: I'll start only when I become an expert. Wrong move. Because the truth is, the people who go far, they don't start as experts. They start as curious beginners. You don't need to be perfect to begin. All you need is to solve a problem, or help someone, even if it's something small. And expertise? That comes with time. There are only 2 ways to get good at anything. 1. By reading and learning, and 2. By doing it over and over again. And trust me, the second one is the real game changer. So your focus should be simple and repeatable. Start, learn, improve, repeat. The small things you learn every day, they stack up. That knowledge becomes your unfair advantage over time. Right now, you're probably spending most of your day working on someone else's goals, meeting deadlines for your boss, taking care of family duties, living up to what society expects. But here's the question you need to ask: what about you? What about your own dreams? Even if you just carve out 30 minutes a day, yes, just half an hour, and spend that time working on something you genuinely care about, something that excites you. In a few years, you won't just have a new skill, you'll have a new direction in life. You don't need a 5-year master plan, just a small daily question: did I give at least 30 minutes today to myself? Because if you can answer yes to that every single day, you're already building something powerful. All right. So you've started setting aside a little time for yourself each day. Now the question is, what should you actually do with that time? Let's begin with something simple. Pick the low-hanging fruits. And what's the easiest fruit to pick? The skills you already have. Yes, your current job might be draining, but it's also your starting point. There's something you already know, something you're good at. Maybe it's writing, designing, managing social media, editing videos, handling accounts, coding, marketing. Whatever it is, that's your launchpad. Take that skill and offer it to the outside world. It could be freelance work, consulting, tutoring, or even offering digital services. Use free AI tools and your own creativity to quickly build a one-page website or a simple portfolio. Then reach out, message potential clients, post on LinkedIn, or join freelancer platforms. The market is massive. The question is, are you willing to show up? Now you might be thinking, but is this sustainable? Well, that depends on your mindset. Thousands of people around the world make a steady living from freelancing and consulting. The key is to treat it like a serious business, not just a side gig you do when you're bored. One warning here: don't do it in secret if you're still working full-time. Moonlighting, working a second job behind your employer's back, can land you in serious trouble. Be smart. Be ethical. Now, if you have a bit more appetite for risk, and you're willing to invest some time and maybe a little money, you could try starting a small side business or e-commerce venture. In countries like India, and all around the world, things like cloud kitchens, handmade products, and online grocery models are booming. Urban customers love speed and convenience. If you can solve a small problem for them, they're happy to pay. If you've got some interest in selling, you can start a small online store. Look for niche products, unique items that are in demand but not easily available. Do a little market research, learn some basic marketing, and start small. And here's another growing opportunity: content creation. Start a YouTube channel, write a blog, post on Instagram or LinkedIn. But here's the twist: speak in your own language. There's a huge gap in regional content around the world. People want advice, education, and entertainment in the language they're most comfortable with. And if you can connect with them in that personal way, your content can really take off. So whether it's freelancing, a small business, or content creation, the idea is the same. Start where you are. Use what you know. Do what you can. And here's another simple way to get started: share what you know. It could be anything: lifestyle tips, basic health advice, personal finance, productivity, parenting, or even English learning strategies. If it's helpful to someone, it's valuable. Yes, content creation takes time and energy in the beginning. But once you build an audience, your efforts start to multiply. You open the door to multiple income streams, like affiliate marketing, sponsorships, ad revenue from your YouTube videos or blog posts. But remember, your content must be real, honest, and genuinely helpful. That's what builds long-term trust. And trust is the foundation of everything. Next idea. Sell digital products. If you're in a creative or design field, this is a goldmine. You can make and sell things like Instagram templates, digital planners, printable journals, budget trackers, Canva themes. And the best part? You don't need to pack or ship anything. Once it's created, it can be sold again and again on platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, or your own website. You're not just selling a product. You're selling convenience and creativity to people all over the world. Now let's talk about something that's trending worldwide: drop shipping. Here, you don't keep any stock yourself. You create an online store, and when someone places an order, your supplier ships it directly to the customer. Your job? Focus on finding trending products and doing great marketing. It does take a little upfront investment and research, but it can grow fast if you get it right. Another strong option: mutual fund distribution or financial advising. More and more people today are looking to invest smartly, but they don't know where to begin. If you have an interest in finance, you can get certified and start helping people make better financial decisions. This is a commission-based business, and within 2 to 4 years, you can start earning a steady income while building your own client base. Now look, I know, all these ideas might feel overwhelming. Every option sounds like a mountain when you're just starting out. But here's the truth: you don't need to try everything. You just need to start with one. Pick the one that excites you the most. Give it 3 to 6 months of consistent, focused effort. Learn, experiment, adjust, and you'll be shocked at the progress you make. So now you know the game plan: how to protect your job, grow your skills, and build new income streams on the side. Now the only thing left? Start. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to take the first step, and then repeat that step every single day. Even 30 minutes a day for your dream can build a completely different life. And if today's video gave you even a little bit of value, type in the comments, "I'm not waiting anymore, I'm starting today." Like the video. Share it with that one friend who's always saying, "I'm done with this job," every Monday. And hit subscribe, because here, you'll get real advice, real English, real growth. I'll see you in the next one, where we'll learn how to grow smarter, faster, and better, with AI, not against it.